let's get into Elon Musk and what's going on over there at Twitter and tie this into the big scope of things, all right? Now, this is ultimately about having you worship the man, all right? This is all about a divide and conquer scheme. And they want you to worship his name and his number, which is 45, the dawn. And he's going to be the 48th president because Israel became a nation in 48, and he will be the 48th because Kamala is going to be the 47, all right? So, you got Trump's app. It's a private app. He owns that. It's AI driven. And a lot of your apps are AI driven. All your ones from the big beast, the first beast, are all AI driven, okay? And Trump is part of the first beast. And he is the one that got the deadly head wound. And it is as a head wound. And it was done on his Twitter account, okay, folks? And so this first beast, he's coming for the second time, and he is on his rise for the second coming, okay? Jesus has a second coming. The Antichrist has a second coming, because the Antichrist comes in first. He gives his mark and these things, and then the second beast comes in and has you worship his mark, okay? And that's when you go in and take the thing to keep your job and all these other things, okay, folks? Because you need it to buy and sell. Now, the apps are also tied to the mark because those are used to buy and sell. And they can track your cellular development with your RNA tracking app through the CV passport. And all these things tie together to show you, okay, folks? So there's not going to be a chip in your right hand. There's not going to be a tattoo. There's nothing to be physical like this. World's going to keep on ticking by. People are going to go on to hell on earth, and they're going to be tormented by their friends, by their government, by all this other crap. It's going to be like it is today, times 100, and everything's going to be online and exposed, and everybody's going to be able to see everything and hear everything and whatever about everybody, okay? Nothing's going to be secret, all right? The book of life will be open, and your book of life will be open to the metaverse for everybody to explore. So, let's get back on track and get out of this rabbit trail. So Elon Musk, he put a 10 down on it. Then he went in and tried to do the 100, all right? All these zeros are placeholders and crowns. And these two ones together make the 11. So this is an L-even event. It's a twin L-even event, which is the 11. And these twin 11 events have been coming since the invisible enemy hit Seattle, the ATT. And the first death was in Washington. And now we're starting to see the cherry tree stuff and the cherry and the axe and all that stuff, because it's going to be chopped down again. And Trump's going to be the new leader of the new country that's going to be starting. All right? Now, where this goes physical, I don't know. But I've been shown that Trump is going to divide the nation in the coming years. And things are not going to go the way that y'all expect them to go necessarily. And things are going to be flipped and flopped. And the only way you're going to get this is the Truth app. Okay? Or these so-called Truth apps, because I assume there's going to be 4 main apps, okay, to attack the foreheads. They got the one that gets your 600 3 score and 6 for your credit score to get your free crap, and then you pay for it later or whatever they're doing now for that app. That's one. And then they got you with the mark in hand. That's with your CV passport. That's number 2. And then his name, Trump, his number, 45. All right, that's the 4 parts in Revelation. That's the 4 heads. There's 4 heads in Eden. These 4 heads were the rivers, where the rivers met. These 4 heads meet in the rivers of your head, all right? There's rivers all around you. You can't see it because you live in water vapor, all right? And Eden was destroyed, all right? And those 4 rivers of Eden went up from a physical to a spiritual, because we're going from a physical to a spiritual, or a physical to a technological, all right? And then the occult is going from the spiritual to the physical. And that's where you have Satan reign for 1,000 years from the pit, folks, all right? And that's going to be your metaverse and your black screens. That's your magic scry. And these demons that are upon earth that have taken hold of you through idols and chains and all these things will control you and torment y'all and all these things. Anyways, folks, so Elon Musk is part of the Persians, and they're seeing codes one way and should be done one way, and they're wanting to do stuff more on the past, okay? And that's where you get Elon Musk coming in to buy an app. And it's kind of been done, but it hadn't been done before, right? And then he goes in a couple days later, he wants to privatize it. That's exactly what Trump's app is. It's privatized, owned by Trump, and all these other things, okay? Now, Elon Musk, if he's able to buy it, which he probably won't, but if he does, then he's only going to be able to do what he wants to do for a limited time, or there's going to be issues with it or whatever. FCC will shut it down or whatever, okay? Whatever needs to play along to get you to go into the Truth Trump app, okay? Because that is the abomination of desolation in one aspect, okay? The other aspect of the abomination of desolation is when the United States of America is going to be bombed, all right? And that would be around the end of Babylon, right? They're going to be coming out with some trials. They're going to be coming out with some other things. And the only way you're going to be able to get this information is through other sources, okay? And it's going to seem orchestrated, or it's going to seem like Biden is scripted, and it's which they've already been doing, okay? But it's made to look that way. They want you to think Obama is controlling Biden, okay? They don't want you to know that Trump is controlling Obama, okay? Now remember, it's the Persians versus the Medes. The Medes are like your political figures, your traditional political figures, heads of state, celebrities, these things, right? They're wanting something new, extreme, that America really hasn't seen yet, okay? Or these more bloody events or whatever, right? Stuff that may trigger people to be woke, okay? They want people to stay sleeping, all right? So the Persians, they want to do more of the same that's been going on, all right? And that's where you get the more symbolism stuff, and where you can see it going, but you know what I mean? The delusion gets deeper and deeper, because the people who can see. But the people who can't see, they're just never going to see it, right? Because you can't wake somebody up. It's up to them to wake themselves up, all right? If somebody's in a drunken stupor, which includes a drunken stupor and life and stuff, right? Then they're just sleepwalking, living the way the world does. You're not going to wake them up, okay? They have to set their own alarm. They are the ones who it's on, okay? It's their choice to sleep, and it's your choice to be awake. So ultimately, they're going to make you seem like truth is being kept from you. They're going to make you seem like things are scripted. They're going to make you seem like things are being set up and orchestrated, such as like everything just happening as soon as Biden gets into office, and everything just starts going pop, 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 pop. Okay? It's orchestrated that way to make you think that deep swamp is there, okay? But they don't want you to know the deep swamp has a deeper swamp, folks. They don't want you to know that there's two deep swamps, all right? They want you... Trump, he's a politician and he's a Mede, all right? He's the Persian from Wall Street, but he's also the Mede because he's always been in the media, folks. He's always been in the limelight ever since day one. Why is that? You have to ask yourself, why is that? And then everybody loved Trump before he switched parties and ran for president. Why is that? It's because you've been made to feed him. And then the millennials, they were shown him as a bad guy, like in Little Rascals and other movies, whatever. And they were programmed to think he was a bad dude, right? So it's, and that's where you have the divide scheme, right? It's been pre-programmed and planned for a long time. And by who? By the prince of the power of the air, okay? And all these things are controlled by the prince of the power of the air because you live in a creation that's already done, all right? You live in one point of time that's spread out all throughout. Everybody lives in one point of time, spread out, okay? And expect Trump's darker character to come out, okay? That's going to be coming out soon, folks. And this darker character, he's going to say some stuff that we ain't never heard before, all right? And people are going to love it, all right? And he is going to push some new boundaries, all right? He's going to be a combination of Rush Limbaugh, Howard Stern, Elvis, all your top performers, dude, are coming together in one point. It's going to be Trump, all right? And also expect a big trial to be coming, all right? In this trial, Trump is going to be suing some people, okay? And I don't know if it's this trial or another trial, but there's going to be two witnesses come out. And these two witnesses are tied to Revelation. And they are going to go against the code of ethic, all right? And one rat is going to lead to another rat. And these two rats, combined with, I think, Trump, they are going to drain the swamp, just like they said. And the whole house of cards is going to come down. And that's where you see Trump starting his new country. All right? And these things are going to be unfolding by 2024, 2025. All right? The more extreme version would be they stole the election in 2024. Trump's army comes forth and does a bloodshed. And then he's put in power by 2025 or something like that. But it's going to be more than likely the more delusional phase. And once these people go against the code of ethic, you will start to see the bum things picking up, okay? Because they went against the code and there has to be retaliation, all right? And this is part of probably when the third of the stars will fall. Anyways, folks, these things are coming, so get ready. It's all about Trump's Truth app worship, dude. It's the image that's given life in the first beast image. He is the first part of the first beast, and he is the Antichrist, folks. Don't join that app.